back to the Shop Local First Showcase, brought to you by Verde Valley TV and Local First Arizona. I now have the absolute honor of sitting here with Susan Kliewer, who is an amazing artist, and I know that you've seen at least one or two of her bronzes about town if you've been in Sedona. Susan, it's wonderful to have you with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I have admired your work since I moved here.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Your statue of Sedona Schneble outside the library is phenomenal.
Well, that was a real honor to do her. She was always one of my heroes anyway, and when I first moved here, I read about her, and that was just a great thing to get to do.
How tall is she exactly?
She's 10 feet high.
10 feet high.
And so far, she's the biggest one. I've done some other monuments, but she's still the largest, tallest.
Wow. Yeah. And that was amazing. You won a contest. Your talent was so amazing. You beat out everybody else, won the contest. They gave you 1 year to make that statue.
To do that, yeah.
And that's amazing. It doesn't seem like enough time to me.
I had a lot of help from the locals, though. I did it at the art center, Sedona Art Center, and everybody come by and critique, of course, and keep me company. So it was fun.
Amazing. You've had an amazing history. I mean, you started painting at age 10, and you went on from there.
I did. I always loved art. Always wanted to be an artist, and just things happened in my life that made it happen.
There you go. And now are you focusing primarily on sculpture now?
Yes, but I do love to paint, and I paint on my day off, mostly for fun.
Nice.
But I do love to paint.
Now we have here a work in progress. She's absolutely gorgeous. Tell us a little bit about what's happening here.
Well, she's a Navajo lady. Her name's Susie Mini Goats.
All right.
And as you can see, she's got goats all around her. There's one in the back that you can't see right now, but it's lying down. And she has the traditional clothes on, and she's holding this little baby goat, and I think looking very maternal. And she loves her goats.
Wonderful. I love the fluid movement of her skirt, the texture on the goat's horns. It's incredible. Oh, and then up behind Susie Mini Goats, we have Geronimo on his strong steed.
I like to do historic figures too, and I always thought he was most interesting. So he's kind of looking back, leading his men on, and it's fun to do him.
That's wonderful.
I like to do portraits.
Portraits? Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. It's nice to be so versed, and you have so much work out there. And you know, I'm a horse fanatic.
Me too.
So the things that you do, and I can tell when you do a sculpture of horses, it shows how beautiful the movement of the muscle and the shape of the head. You know what you're sculpting.
Well, I had them for years. Don't at the present, but maybe again. But we had many, many years of fun with our horses.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And I love the process that it takes for sculpting, because first when you start, your work in progress is made of clay and of metal.
This is clay. I build an armature first out of wire and plumbing. And then this is an oil-based clay. It has wax and oil and clay, and it never hardens. The same clay they use in the automotive business to design cars. So it can work as long as I need to on it, and that's nice.
Yeah. And then once you've got it to the point where you're happy with it, then what happens?
Then I take it to the foundry, and I use a local foundry in Sedona. It's called Sedona Bronze. And they will make a rubber mold around this and then do lost wax casting.
Yes.
And that whole process takes, well, 2 weeks for the mold and then 6 weeks after that for each bronze. So it's a lot of work.
That's amazing. Do you have an idea of how many sculptures you've made now?
I need to sit down and add them up, but I think it's close to 200.
Wow, that's wonderful.
I can't stop.
And that's great, and I'm so glad. And you're a featured artist at Mountain Trails Gallery, which is in Sedona. It's upstairs in Tlaquepaque.
Right.
So if you want to come and view some of Susan's work, we can see you there. And of course, if we go to mountaintrailsedona.com, we'll be able to pick that up. Mountain Trails felt so, honored and amazed by your talent. They wanted you to come in and represent them today.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So that's really...
They're good friends.
Excellent.
We've worked together a long time, and they're a great gallery.
Very good. And what are you working on now?
I have another bust of Sioux Indian with a big headdress, not the feathered kind, but the buffalo with the horns. And so that's at the gallery right now, and I go in there and work on it. at the gallery.
So we can go into Mountain Trails Gallery in Tlaquepaque and
please.
see you doing your work.
Right.
And really, you have to look this woman up. Her bio reads like a Western novel. It's amazing. You've worked hands-on with the Navajo people. You have so many friends and family members now that are of the Navajo because of way back when working at the Trading Post.
Right.
And thank you for bringing your life experience to life again in your bronze art.
Thank you.
It's really stunning.
Thank you. It really helped having that background.
Yes, absolutely. And the faces, I mean, it's perfect. They're just
Thank
perfect. I feel like I'm looking at like a miniature version of that person, of Geronimo and the horse and the cactus and the goat's goatee. It's just phenomenal. You're an exceptional artist.
Well,
I'm
thank
really
you.
honored to have you.
Thank you.
So keep up the good work.
I will.
Check out mountaintrailssedona.com, mountaintrailssedona.com. Mountain Trails Gallery is located upstairs in Tlaquepaque. You can go ahead and see Susan Kliewer in their work. And do you have specific days that you're there?
Not really, but you could always call first and I can show up. So I live in Sedona. It's easy.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. And stick around because we've got lots more of the Shop Local First showcase ahead.